Happy Friday, friends, and welcome to the August 16th, 2024 edition of CP Sports. As always, I'm your host, Chris, and we're joined alongside my co-host, Pat.
How y'all doing today on this beautiful Friday?
And I tried to go ahead and, I guess you could say, market this one as much as possible. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many views on our last video, but it was also copyright strike by somebody nobody we've ever heard of. And
Haters.
that's
all I see.
Nothing was copywritten, so we didn't get in trouble for it or anything, and the video stayed up. But of course, that made it take a hit in views. So we try to do this one a little bit better by scheduling it and making it sharing it everywhere. That way everybody can see it once again. And we'd like to thank you all for tuning in with us. Now, last season, the Texas Rangers ran through the postseason en route to their first World Series title in franchise history, but this time around, playing into October could be a long shot. Superstar shortstop Corey Seager has held up his end of the bargain with a 142 OPS plus rating, along with 26 home runs across 108 games. His co-stars Adolis Garcia and Marcus Semien are not faring so well, with Garcia's OPS plus plummeting to 89, which is 11% below the league average, while Semien is only 2% above the league average. Texas younger stars Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter and Josh Jung battled injuries throughout the season, and that trend infected the battered pitching staff with injuries to Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, John Gray, and Tyler Mahle. A perfect storm, which pretty much resulted in a season from hell for the Rangers. Currently sitting at 56 and 66. They are 9.5 games from the AL West top spot and 10 games from a wild card berth, a year from their magical run through October. Bruce Bochy's squad is sitting at this frustrating gap now.
It's unfortunate, man. To be the champs and then to fall short like that. But so that means that they're not in any type of contention for
they're still in contention. They can still make it. Will they? It doesn't seem like it. They've been constant back and forth. Couple losses, one win. Couple losses, one win. They kind of nosedived a little bit during this end of the season, but it's kind of given with the territory with everybody being hurt. The younger guys being hurt, but some of our stars from last year not doing as well as they did last year, which is unfortunate, but they still have a chance. But of course, while the Arlington club sinks down the AL standings, their Lone Star rivals continue to rise. Early in the season, Houston's playoff hopes looked to be in doubt, but the Astros performed a complete 360 spearheaded by stars Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez. Altuve, Pena, and Diaz have been a perfect supporting cast as the Astros are on an extravagant 8-game winning streak, and they currently sit atop the AL West with the AL crown that looks to be in reach once again.
That's a little better news. I was going to say hopefully the Rangers can get it into gear too, but that's the beauty about having two teams in Texas. If one's not doing too good, the other one's doing pretty good.
I give you that. If the Rangers don't make it, I'm definitely gonna keep going for that.
I love baseball, so it's around that season, baseball season. I really don't even care. I just like to watch the games,
And the Astros do look to extend their series, extend their streak, against the White Sox tonight at 7:10 p.m. Central, while the Rangers try to bounce back from losing to the Twins. Texas enters their second game of their four-game series with Minnesota at 7:05 p.m. Central on the MLB Network, and they hope to start their first winning streak since July. So as we near the close of the MLB season, we sit on the heels of the NFL season. Oh, and I just pressed something. But we look towards the NFL season, but unfortunately for some, their seasons have come to an end before they've even started. The 10th overall pick, J.J. McCarthy, has been sidelined until 2025. Wow. McCarthy was injured at some point during Saturday's preseason game against the Raiders and underwent surgery Wednesday to repair a torn meniscus in his right knee. News of the injury topped Vikings fans' bubble of optimism surrounding McCarthy's on-field progress, leaving the offense on the shoulders of veteran QB Sam Darnold, who signed a one-year, $10 million contract in March and is likely going to be their starter.
It's crazy, dude. Season hasn't even started. People are already getting hurt, preseason. That's the same.
Yeah, it's too bad. These joint practices seem to have a toll on some of these guys too. There's a lot of joint practices weekend injuries.
Yeah, maybe they just need to stick to regular practices or something. No, it's not a game; it's practice. I need to chill out.
Coach Kevin O'Connell says McCarthy performed everything you hope to see in training camp through his Saturday performance. He also remains optimistic about McCarthy's future, saying, quote, "Other quarterbacks in our league have gone through similar things early on in their journey and came back better and stronger than ever. And that's not only my expectation, but I know that's going to happen for JJ," end quote.
It sounds, like some of these athletes, dude, they heal faster than most. You might be back sooner than later. You never know. You got to push the rehab and, just do what you got to do to make sure you get back on the field. A lot of people might, he might come back sooner than later. Who knows,
Yeah, he could. Turn it down some again. So moving forward, though, the Vikings do have that issue. They also have another one with their number 2 wide receiver, Jordan Addison. He's expected to miss some time after sustaining an ankle injury Wednesday during joint practice with the Browns. We don't know exactly how long he'll be sidelined, but it's said that Addison isn't seriously hurt, and he isn't expected to miss any extended time. The team hopes to have him back in time for week 1, hopefully.
Hopefully he's back by week 1, man. Let's make that a possibility for him to come back.
And the Buffalo Bills also had an issue. They announced yesterday that linebacker Matt Milano will be out indefinitely after suffering a torn bicep during Tuesday's practice. Milano was working his way back from injury after playing just 5 games last season due to a right leg injury. He will undergo surgery with the hopes of returning in December. After losing Milano last season, the Bills' sack percentage went from 12% to 7%, and it is a big loss for the Bills as Milano is the number one ranked linebacker when it comes to being in the coverage, coming out on top with 61 completion percentage, 5.3 yards per target, and 64.3 passer rating since 2017. Buffalo Bills also placed Chase Claypool on injured reserve earlier this week, which could see him miss the entire season. Chase Claypool has missed most of training camp since suffering a toe injury in July the 28th, I believe it was, and he has yet to return to the field. He was initially described as day-to-day, but it seems that things may have changed since, and he is yet to participate in any full padded practice. And according to the new league rule, teams are allowed to include 2 injured players per their final 53-man rosters who could return later in the season, but the decision needs to be made by August 27th. If the Bills and Claypool do agree to an injury settlement, he could re-sign with the Bills or go with another team. But if he stays on IR, he won't play this season.
That's a tough one for him, man. That's a really tough decision because maybe he likes playing for the Bills. You know, I'm thinking maybe he doesn't want to go somewhere else. That's just a short straw.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe Claypool could work out a deal and possibly go to another team.
Yeah.
I know the Bills are kind of upset they didn't really get to see him really take on anything with them, and it's been unfortunate for him who's trying to find his own spot right now. Their opponent Saturday has been dealing with their own injuries, and Russell Wilson ended up sitting out of the Steelers' first preseason game against the Texans as they looked to take extra caution in sitting him out regarding the calf injury we spoke about. Wilson is now expected to be a participant in his first outing with the Steelers against the Bills, as he says he doesn't, or her coach Mike Tomlin says, like, as long as he doesn't have any setbacks regarding his injury or anything, then he will play Saturday, which is tomorrow. The starting offense is set to play at least 4 drives per Tomlin. Wilson doesn't seem to be concerned about aggravating his injury, stating, quote, "I don't play with fear. I never have. You play smart, just like a normal game. Got to know when to go down or when to get down. You got to know when to slide, get out of the balance, all those things. But like I said, I know how to avoid certain things, certain hits, and all that," end quote. So he's going out there hopefully trying to shake things up for the Steelers, because things didn't go so well with the Steelers and the Texans. So
how'd you feel about that?
What?
That Steelers and Texans.
It was a pretty decent game. I mean, there's nothing really too much to gauge off of a preseason game. You just try to see who connects and things like new players integrating into the offense or the defense, whatever have you. Now, Justin Fields, of course, had his chance to make a case for starting quarterback position, but he kind of did it, but he didn't prove himself. Fields played 3 series, finishing 5 for 6 with 67 yards, but was sacked twice and fumbled twice. He actually fumbled on his first possession. He moved the chains across the midfield 2 times, but the drives were stalled by a fumbled snap and a sack. So he had his chance to prove himself, and unfortunately, it did not go down that way.
I mean, this is one game.
I mean, he's had these issues in Chicago.
Yeah,
so
I remember. Yeah, you're right. He needs to get him in. He needs
to get in check.
Yeah. I mean, but there's always room for improvement, dude. You know what I mean? No matter what, I'm sure he can go back and fix those mistakes and figure out how he made those mistakes. Take your time. I know you don't got a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? To make a decision.
Yeah, exactly.
But he needs to get it in check. And like you said,
it could have been nerves.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been nerves.
It's like, shoot, man. It has to be. That has to be a real big factor. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
I mean, that tends to happen, no?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future with Russ and Justin Fields. I'm thinking Russ is probably going to end up starting, if anything, and they'll just have Fields there just in case. Hopefully he does get better. because he then he had that. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
There it goes. I wonder if it's because I didn't set up the thing. Oh well, here we go. Well, we were able to see Stroud and Tank still on the same page after CJ led the Texans in a 3-play drive that ended with a 34-yard touchdown pass to Dell. There was no passes to Diggs, unfortunately, but Houston still came out on top, scoring another touchdown in the second, topped off with a field goal, with Davis Mills' favorite target being Robert Woods. Davis Mills completed 8 for 13 with 89 yards. Woods accounted for half of those completions and 42 yards. Stroud threw only 1 touchdown pass, completing 2 of 4 with 41 yards passing. And then the Texans kicked another field goal in the third, defeating Pittsburgh 20-12.
That's not too bad of a loss.
Second string and third string weren't with it because we had almost all our quarterbacks play that day.
That's crazy.
And they all did pretty decent. They didn't do too bad. So that sucks for them, but I guess whatever works out, we'll have to wait and see as we get into the season.
Wow. All the quarterbacks played.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, man. There was an instance, though, where I believe Stroud could have caught Diggs on an inside cross route, but maybe he saw something that I didn't, or maybe it was just a missed opportunity. I don't know. But the Texans are making their 2024 home debut tomorrow. Who? The New York Football Giants.
Oh, you're talking about the Cowboys in New York City? I'm just playing, man.
I don't know. I don't know if you could chalk up that crowd to being like Cowboy crowd.
Yeah, no, really. maybe the Giants.
But Chiefs receiver Hollywood Brown has also been sidelined. He dislocated his shoulder on the first play of last week's preseason opener, and Kansas City says they expect Brown to return to the lineup early in the season, but maybe not in time for the season opener against the Ravens, but they're hoping they could have him that soon. As we continue on the injury train, yesterday after joint practice, Carolina coach Dave Canales said that the hamstring injury sustained by Dane Jackson, or their corner, on Wednesday is significant, and he could miss up to 6 weeks. He also elaborated on starting safety Xavier Woods' groin injury was more serious than they thought, and Woods will miss at least a couple weeks. This leaves the Panthers without one secondary starter, obviously, and possibly 2 in their season opener, unfortunately. Oh, look, Mike's on.
Everybody is plagued by injury, it seems.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. These little I guess joint practices, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's where it all seems to stem from. But the Rams have some issues as well with QB Matthew Stafford experiencing tightness in his hamstring, as he did not finish Wednesday's joint practice with the Cowboys. Garoppolo and Bennett overtook the rep for the second half, and now they're thinking the smart route is going and sitting Stafford for this week and hoping he returns next week. Now, speaking of Dallas, Trayvon Diggs had his first full practice Wednesday since tearing his ACL last September. Diggs picked off Garoppolo in the scrimmage, but was ruled out of bounds. He said after the play that it would have been overturned had they did a challenge replay. Diggs was ecstatic to be back on the field again, saying, quote, "It felt good getting back in, moving around, other players flying around, getting adjusted to bodies near me. Got a lot of great work in today," end quote. Now, we'll bring Mike to the stage so he can further elaborate on Diggs. He's got to maintain himself, though, because we'll get into the rest of it. We just got to hear his Diggs portion, and then we'll carry on. So, you ready, Mike?
Yeah.
Y'all hear me fine? Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Shut up.
I just want to say something, man. Diggs, Trayvon Diggs, we all know he's the better brother of the two. Because the other guy's on some other team no one cares about. So, I like what I'm seeing on defense.
Remember.
Dang.
I like what I'm seeing with the defense of the Cowboys. Brand new, coordinator, brand new staff. Trayvon's back. He's ready to get it. I think he's gonna make an impact like he did in that one year where he had he was just a ball hawk. He was just ball hawking it. If we're gonna need all that, we can, because I don't even think we're gonna get CD Lamb, dude. This guy's holding out. It's crazy, man.
We'll get to that. And
terrible.
Moving on to some more things. After being one of the most, or the least, I guess I should say, aggressive teams during the offseason, Dallas finally began adding to their rank. Source confirmed to ESPN that the Cowboys will be signing former Jets defensive end Carl Lawson. This comes just a couple days after they traded for Giants defensive end Jordan Phillips. Lawson worked out for the Cowboys after pass rusher Sam Williams tore his ACL early in training camp, but they signed Muhammad and Tony instead. Since then, Tony has been waived with a growing injury.
What you think about that, Mike?
It's finally a good thing. Cowboys actually did something, but they're still in a complete disarray, dude. Like they need a lot more than that. I don't know, man. I haven't really been trying to focus on the Cowboys.
We saw they were being hesitant with their money the entire time.
I mean, when you got $1 billion, like you got
money issue.
Like I don't know. Jerry Jones is an idiot, dude. Like this season, I'm not even looking forward to it, dude. I'm not even looking forward to it at all. Hey, I'm gonna order food real quick, but yeah, I'm here.
All right, that's unfortunate. We'll continue going. And obviously, as I was saying, they've been hesitant with their money lately, as they have yet to make that deal with CD Lamb, like we were talking about, which Jerry Jones said he didn't want it to be misconstrued, but he's the one who said he was in no rush to get the deal done. So there's really no misconstruing that, I would say. And as for Dak, it seems that contract talks are going good regarding a new deal. Dak said, quote, "I'm not putting that much thought into hoping it gets done now, hoping it gets done in a couple weeks during the season or whenever it happens. I just know conversations are on the right way." So what do you think about them going ahead and talking to Dak while his star receiver is still, on the outs a little bit right now?
I think they should just focus on getting CD Lamb to sign that contract instead of all the other BS. Maybe that's why Dak said that. I mean, maybe he doesn't care about when his deal is signed or anything like that, or when his contract is, needs to be renewed or whatever. But I just feel like they just need to make that. Jerry Jones is tripping, like Mike said, man. He needs to get
Dude, how do you not sign CD Lamb? How do you not sign the guy?
Yeah.
Get it done. He's number one receiver in the league right now. Like he's number one on fantasy too right now. Like I guess someone drafted CD Lamb in Jerry Jones fantasy league and now he's mad or something. So Man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gotta get him.
No TD Lamb for Dallas. Hopefully.
And I don't even care about Dak. Dak's a lost cause. I don't care about Dak at all. Like, get him. It's whatever. Thank you. Yeah. Go Cowboys.
Went from no rings in the past 24 years to the boxing ring. Angela Leo pulled off a huge upset with a grueling 10th round knockout Saturday in Albuquerque. The spectacular one-punch knockout was a definitely one of the knockout of the year contenders, I would think. This action-packed bout saw title defense with being the favorite, and he was coming in, I believe it was on a 13-fight win streak. Lopez connected with plenty of clean right uppercuts, loading up on shots as he boxed his typical relaxed style, hands by his sides. But Leo landed the cleaner, harder shots throughout the bout, swarming the champ, and that relaxed style proved to be his downfall as Lopez got knocked out when Leo unleashed a jarring left hook right on the money, man. Lopez dropped to his back, his head bounced off the canvas twice like a basketball, and he was out. Now, coming in as the underdog, according to ESPN Bet, Leo shocked spectators as he won the IBF featherweight title. Lopez was transported to UNM Hospital for observation.
Man, I saw the highlights of that fight. My cousin I posted on the Snapchat, and he was like, "Catch you some Z's," and I was like, "That's wrong, man." But it sounds like a case of, oh my God, Taki, and then he got knocked out.
I mean, that's just his style.
He can't be out here
putting
your hands down in a fight, bro. I don't care who you are. You better put them hands up, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even see that fight.
Opportunity and.
Oh, that's too bad. You need to go back and check out that knockout. That knockout is crazy.
I thought they were playing basketball the way his head bounced off that mat, bro.
Now, next month, not only do we have football back, but it's going to be a huge month for combative sports. Boxing and UFC go head-to-head with a couple super cards. UFC's Riyadh Season Noche has two headlining bangers, with the bantamweight champion Sugar Sean defending his title against Merab, and Alexia Grasso taking on Valentina in their third bout. Valentina lost the women's flyweight title by submission in March to Grasso, and then Grasso barely skated by in a rematch draw. So that's one. Those are some that are sure to excite. They still got some bangers before that with Irene Aldana, Brian Ortega. It's just stacked, and we'll get
banger
to the
after banger.
we'll get to the boxing card after this one. Now, how do you feel about those bangers, Mike?
Right there, dude. I like that they're trying to go against boxing, and they're trying to show, and they got all mad, trying to do everything. Knockout. Valentino's getting older, and Grasso already knows. What?
No, we were losing you, but we caught you back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there is a UFC card tomorrow. Izzy gets his not his rematch, but like whatever.
Get into that after we go down the boxing card that UFC is going head to head against, and they'll be running head to head against Alvarez and Berlanga, who has a stacked card as well. Not only is Canelo's undisputed super middleweight championship on the line, Lada defends the WBA super middleweight title against Garcia. Plant and McCumbee fight for the vacant WBA super middleweight title. On top of that, they got Rolly Romero Tell him about this card, Mike.
I don't care about the Canelo fight that much, but the whole rest of the card, it's pretty good, man. You got former champion Plant. You have Lara. You have Rolly. He's always a seat filler. A lot of exciting fights. Everything is gonna be down on my birthday, so I'm gonna get lit and just watch all these fights. Berlanga, he has a puncher's chance, but come on. Come on. I don't think he's gonna beat Canelo. We'll see though, but I don't know. If O'Malley is fighting at the same time Canelo's fighting, I'm gonna probably watch the O'Malley fight, but I'm gonna probably have 3-4 screens on. It's gonna be pretty good. So we'll see how that goes.
Those cards. We have that UFC 305 you're talking about tomorrow, where Israel Adesanya is back, and he's eyeing Duplessis is how you say it. He's eyeing his gold, which Adesanya lost. But he's trying. Adesanya's trying to get that title back after he lost it to Strickland last year, and Duplessis obtained it via split decision back in January against Strickland.
It's going to be a good matchup for Adesanya. Dricus likes to be a pressure fighter and just barrel through his opponents. That's how he beat Whitaker. Actually, he just went at him. That's what Adesanya likes, though. He likes counter fighters. He likes to just lure people in and then boom, hit him with the counter. I think it's going to be more of a who's going to land the bigger shot first. But I think Dricus is going to try to make it a dirty fight like he did against Strickland and just try to maul him into the cage with a lot of dirty boxing and pummeling. But I got Izzy winning. I think he catches him. And knocks him out. And sets up a rematch with Pereira probably, but that's probably later. Pereira's actually gonna fight again, dude. Did you know that? It's crazy. You already got another fight coming.
Yeah, I saw. But I did want to honorably mention PFL playoffs. They go down today at 5, featuring the light heavyweights and the lightweights. So you could get yourself a nice little appetizer before the 305 tomorrow.
A lot of fights going on, bro.
Get some wings.
I like to see knockouts and stuff, Yeah, I like blood.
Get some wings.
And some wings. Mike got the idea.
I'm gonna get some wings.
A couple fights together. I know why Mike doesn't like Canelo too.
I'm gonna get some wings. Hell yeah.
Mike, I know why you don't like Canelo, bro. It's because he beat all the people you like. And I don't like him for the same reason.
Nah,
so I'm hoping that
it's because he ducking Benavidez.
I'm just bringing this up out of nowhere, but
he ducking Benavidez. That's why I hate the motherfucker. My bad. That's why I don't like that guy.
Called him a P.
Oh, the P word. We know what that means.
I don't like him.
Former MMA fighter and Army vet. Yeah, he's been saying that for a while now.
Yep.
Look, we still got a comment up there. I didn't even mean to leave that up there this whole time. But a former MMA fighter and Army vet Bobby Lashley has been officially moved from the moved to the WWE alum roster, indicating that his time with the company is possibly up.
Nah. Let him go.
That's mean.
Lashley gonna go back to TNA.
It's blue, right?
AEW out if he were to go to AEW. I feel like. What is he gonna do in TNA? Win the TNA title and still work with WWE?
Yeah, exactly. We can go to either way. If
he don't go
Japan,
there.
He's gonna work with AEW.
We'll see. I would like to see him fight Moose again, people like that, and I was gonna say AEW in TNA. So that is a possibility. Many people are speculating he's gonna bring back the Hurt Business. Apparently, people are thinking the Hurt Business is gonna make a comeback with Shelton Benjamin in AEW. So we'll have to wait and see if that happens. But speaking of AEW, they had a huge start in 2019 with fans rallying behind them and staying behind the product because they were pretty much yearning for a different product than that of Vince McMahon's WWE at the time. But it seems that things have shifted since when the summer of 2022 and Triple H took over creative. AEW attendance figures and TV ratings have since dipped and have been heavily discussed in the wrestling community. Those concerns seem to have trickled in the AEW locker room, as Dave Meltzer reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer. Quote, there is concern about attendance and popularity that wasn't there in the past, end quote. So obviously they're finally starting to see some things dwindle, and do you think that's going to be a problem?
No, it's not a problem for me. I mean, let them keep failing. No,
I don't want them to fail.
Me neither. I don't either, bro. I do want them to succeed. I just be talking crap. But, you know, I don't know, dude. They need to figure out something because
Lashley.
Maybe.
Lashley.
Like you said.
Don't they have Leo Rush?
No, Leo Rush isn't signed with them, but he shows up every now and then.
Dang, they got to bring it back. Run it back.
I don't know. It's unfortunate, dude. I just hope they get it into gear as well, because they got a lot of good talent. They just need to take the time with them. It's
they
like
got
the Jerry
a bunch
Jones
of goats
situation.
over there, dude.
Stop putting Tony Khan to be the coach, the booker, all that stuff. Tony Khan just needs to do nothing with booking. If Shane pulls up, let Shane do the booking. It's something.
I mean, I've been saying I hope that Shane does. If they do end up signing Shane, I hope he does play the backstage role, because I feel like he could make that product better. And AEW did announce that All In is going to take place in Texas next year, July 12th from Globe Life Field. So they'll be playing. They'll be wrestling. Probably not. I mean, that's a drive. Dude.
Oh, is it the drive or is it because it's AEW?
This is a drive.
How far?
I don't know, because I probably wouldn't have gone to AEW if it was here, to be honest with you.
If WrestleMania was coming to that same location, would you go?
I don't know.
You took too long to answer.
That's expensive, dude.
No, yeah, you're right.
If it wasn't so expensive, hell yeah, I'd go to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but
WrestleMania
no,
is crazy.
It was expensive to go to Royal Rumble. It was like $1.50 when I went to Royal Rumble.
That's crazy.
But I had the money at the time, so I was like, screw it. I ain't never been to a pay-per-view.
True.
So, I mean, their shit, or excuse me, their stuff is way too expensive, and AEW's is reasonable. That's why I have wanted to go, but the product just hasn't. Also, you know. And I kind of want to do that, so I might have to save for that.
Oh, no, I'd rather go to TNA for sure. You gotta see Mike's favorite wrestler, Joe Hendry.
The guy's pretty good.
Now, as we all may know, what'd you say?
He's pretty good.
What'd you say, Mike?
The guy's pretty good.
He's hilarious, man. Have you seen his videos? You need to go look at his videos. The songs he makes about everybody else is hilarious. You cannot watch it without laughing. Now, as many of you may know, not too long ago, we lost Sika Anawai, the Wild Samoan, from the Wild Samoans, the father of the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Well, it turns out we'll be saying goodbye to his partner, Afa Anawai, soon. Samu took to social media saying, quote, as we embark on your final journey home, we express our heartfelt gratitude for the unwavering love and guidance you have bestowed upon us throughout our lives. We find solace in knowing that you will soon be reunited with the Lord Jesus, your parents, siblings, and friends who have gone before us. We have no doubt that you will establish a wild Samoan training center in the sky, bringing us all together once again. We believe in the power of your love and legacy, and we will continue to honor it in all that we do. Respectfully yours, Big Sam Anuai, the oldest cousin of the Bloodline clan.
That's sad, man.
So unfortunately, his health is taking a dip, and obviously, as he may be gone soon. So we do have to brace ourselves to see that video package.
Yeah, we sure do. Another one, because The Office wasn't that long ago too.
Mm-hmm. Then you have Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan too, man. And then next month, 2 months. For this month, right? It's the anniversary of, I think, either this month or next month.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so, man, it's unfortunate. It's a part of life, but, that's the beauty of doing something in entertainment. And that's my end goal in life, too, I don't care if anybody likes my music or not, but they can always go back and see, like, oh, Patrick did this this one time in this life, or often Sika did this. We can always go back and cherish those moments we had with people who are in the entertainment business and stuff, So it's a blessing that they put their bodies on the line, and their time and all that stuff. So that stuff doesn't go unnoticed even when you're gone. So
now, on to some lighter things. We finally have an update on Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Rodriguez, who has continued to battle mast cell activation syndrome. Rodriguez posted it on her social media stories as she was getting blood work done, saying that the treatment has helped her skin, making her feel and look better than she has in months. So hopefully we do see Raquel return. I know they had talked about it before that they wanted her to return. So hopefully
I like her a lot, man. She got the look, she got the passion.
I miss when she used to do the Tejana bomb and not the Tejana bomb, the Chingona bomb, and not the Tejana bomb.
I like that too.
But Fashion in Berlin is 2 weeks away, and there's already a few confirmed matches. Others are rumored to be in the works. Obviously, we got Gunther and Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. You have to wonder if this one will sit at the main event, or if it would be co-main event, or because Cody's going up against Owens. I'm thinking Cody and Owens might open up the show.
Yeah, which I'm fine with, because
and then Gunther and Orton will close it.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
But we also have Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest taking on Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Those are gonna. What did the Priest and Rhea call themselves? I forgot. Oh, the camera stopped working for them. Oh, it went back right away. That's cool.
Tower of Terror or something like that.
Something about terror. But anyways, moving forward, one of the rumored matches is said to be a strap match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, which I'm assuming we'll get to see this progress. They're on Mondays, right?
Yes.
So we'll see it probably progress more Monday then.
Yeah. Well, Punk got whipped like a redheaded stepchild. Not Punk, Drew got whipped like a redheaded stepchild. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, true that. I didn't even think of that. That is a good way to lead on to that. And I like how it's like an actual feud, and then they're like a strap match. It's not just, let's have a strap match. Yeah, have a strap match.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be important and a feud going on in order to have said strap match.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little. I mean, my wrestling fan brain wants to see CM Punk in a Hell in a Cell match with just be disciplined from injury. I don't want to see him get hurt again. So I guess the strap match is just as good as anything.
Well, speaking of people who've been coming back, the Hardys, they made their way back to TNA. but they hope to end their career in WWE. Matt said on his podcast, I forget what it's called, Extreme Life of Matt Hardy or Hardy's or something like that.
Matt Hardy brand? That's his podcast.
No.
That's his YouTube name. Okay.
Yeah. He said, quote, I think now to really come full circle and come back this opportunity to become stars and achieve our dream that we aspired to do. I think we want to finish our deal at WWE, end our careers there, and do a Hall of Fame thing. We'll see. End quote.
Well, shout out to Matt and Jeff Harvey. You know what I'm saying?
Harvey.
No, but yeah, that'd be good, and they could probably just do like some backstage producer role because I mean, they got minds for the business, man. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe I want to see Matt Hardy do his broken thing the right way in WWE,
Not Vincified.
Yeah, not. Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know why.
That's a good one.
But moving forward, you know, hopefully we do see the Hardys at some capacity again. You know, Jeff went out in a crappy way near the end, and then he had that hiccup over there in AEW.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure, you know, he's trying to get back in the good graces. We'll see if he does. If they do reunite and do a couple matches, put over younger talent, or how that's going to work out.
Or get like a CM Punk and Jeff Hardy feud again.
Oh, dude. I would
CM
love
Punk
that.
Talking that smackety smack him again.
Hell yeah. That was a great feud.
Yeah, it was.
But getting on to our next category before we close out the show, get ready to power up those systems or VR headsets. Case went down yesterday in which we saw when some blockbuster VR titles will be dropping. The sequel to Down the Rabbit Hole, Escaping Wonderland is what it's called, and it is released September for the Quest 2. Escaping Wonderland takes you deeper down the rabbit hole with a new protagonist and a host of new characters from the Lewis Carroll iconic novel. Cornucopia Studio says the sequel is, quote, using the unique diorama perspective established in Down the Rabbit Hole. Escaping Wonderland will feature make you mad as a hatter. Will leave players grinning ear to ear like the cat as they encounter characters from the children's literary classic Alice in Wonderland. End quote.
It sounds fun.
You're just lame. Alice in Wonderland is dope.
No, I know Alice in Wonderland is dope. It was just the description was kind of corny.
Well, of course they're gonna be corny.
I know.
You catch his ears.
I know. That's freaking funny, man.
But I want to play this one. I never played Down the Rabbit Hole. I remember hearing about it, and I really wanted to play it, but it was only on the Quest.
But I can play it on PlayStation.
Well, I could play it on PC, but I need that PC down, and you know, there's scalpers out there selling them for $100 when they went for sale for like $60. I wanted to get me one, but you know, I didn't make it on time.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where this goes. I always love the twist to the Alice in Wonderland stories, whether it be the live action, the video game that EA made, you know, Return to Madness, something like that. I can't remember what the first one was called. But moving forward, Arizona Sunshine is getting a remake. Vertigo Studios is bringing back the popular VR zombie shooter to the latest VR headset. 2016's zombie shooter Arizona Sunshine is considered a VR classic, and it will be released October 17th for PSVR 2, PC VR, Quest 2, and 3. Now, Arizona Sunshine, and the remake is being rebuilt from the ground up and will feature improved graphics, new weapons, and a state-of-the-art gameplay mechanics, according to developers. I saw Arizona Sunshine that released on PlayStation VR 1. So I'm excited to get into this one. I've been wanting to play it. They have not released it for the VR 2, so I haven't thought to buy it because I don't want to bust out my VR 1 and go back to 1080p on a headset because it's terrible.
Yeah.
But another great hit, which is the blockbuster hit we were talking about. As you know, Alien Romulus hits theaters. Their upcoming blockbuster cinematic VR game is set to release in December for the Quest 3, PSVR 2, and PC VR. This game looks crazy. Now, I played Borderlands 2 VR, and that's all the stuff going around is already crazy enough. It's harder with the PSVR though, because you can only do it with the wands in a certain way, or you could do it with the actual aim controller and walk with the stick, which is easier than the other way around, because you're like kind of. So it makes me wonder how this Romulus is going to work. I'm sure it's going to be the sticks and all that. So with the new VR setup, it's a lot easier to navigate. And I have played a few zombie VR titles on both the PSVR 1 and 2. The one I played on the 1 was Killing Floor Excursion.
Yeah,
I had you play that one. That one's fun.
I died.
It's crazy, but it's
then
fun.
He had me play Resident Evil. There was some lady chasing me in vent and stuff. That was creepy.
Oh yeah, I still need to play that. You know, they still haven't released that anywhere else. Not for PC.
I heard.
Not for nothing. It's only on PSVR 1.
PlayStation superior.
I wouldn't say all that. But another downer that came from all this VR stuff. Meta showed interest a while back. It was, I want to say, 2 years ago, importing San Andreas to the Quest. Well, now that's been put on hold indefinitely as they focus on other titles. I know you would have probably got yourself an Oculus had this happened.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. You know, it's not that I want to walk around like this.
I wish it was like that. That would be great.
S-boy, here we go again.
Big Smoke with the blunt.
Yeah, he's all.
Has his head like that the whole time.
That's hilarious. Best game of all time. Rockstar, get into gear, make a remake. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? A real remake, not no remaster.
Yeah, that was terrible.
They remake Red Dead 1. What's wrong with y'all? Remake Red Dead 1.
I think they're going to, because aren't they doing another remake coming here soon? What was it? Or not Mad Max? Why did I say Mad Max?
I have no idea.
Max Payne.
Oh yeah.
Which is Rockstar game, and that's how Rockstar kind of started getting the whole ragdoll mechanics and the whole jumping mechanics where you slow down and shoot. That's where they got all that from and added that into GTA. So it seems like a lot of their games are a melting pot leading up to GTA mechanics, graphics, etc.
I just think that they got their hands full with GTA 6. Like, they had their hands full. If they were working on GTA 6 after 5 released and working on Red Dead 2, which took some time to release too.
Yeah,
I know they got their hands full, dude. If GTA 6 is what's gonna be, what they say it's gonna be, then I'm sure they're gonna work on Red Dead, like a DLC, read some remakes, and then possibly a Red Dead Redemption 3.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised,
because what's left for them to do? They're not gonna sit there and just let the game roll out.
They're just gonna go for the easy dollar like they have been recently with the microtransactions, all that stuff. They're gonna end up starting to remake games.
That's have to,
and it's fine with me because a lot of these games they look great, and some of them I only experienced so much of it and never beat it or something like that. You know, from old games that you would rent back when we were a kid. You know, you used to go to the movie store and rent video games.
A lot of games that I never played. Like I'm how old I am. I'm showing my age right now. You go to Pizza Hut, get you a demo disc or something like that.
Oh yeah, we had so many of those.
Yeah,
when you would get the stuffed crust pizza. Yeah,
I don't know.
That's how I figured.
I don't know what deal it was, but I know we got the disc.
That's how I first started playing Tony Hawk.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's how I got introduced to Medieval.
Yeah, that too.
Tomb Raider. A game called
Cool Borders.
Cool Borders. What's it called? The Jersey Devil.
Hey, Cool Borders is on the first one is on the classic catalog.
Yeah, I played that the other day. I was like, I cannot play this, bro. This game was classic. I don't care about the graphics, the jumping.
I was telling my brother about that because he just got himself a PS5 and he was talking about how he wanted to get into Far Cry. And they have all the Far Cry titles because they have that Ubisoft Plus with the premium thing.
Primal. That's my favorite Far Cry.
Oh yeah. I heard that one was good. I haven't touched that one, but I want to check it out. I do want to see 6 too, because then I heard 6 was really good.
I heard bad things about 6, but I'm not one of those people who just go off of what people say, because some people's opinions aren't all that. I'm just being real. There's a lot of good games that people are like, oh, that's not good, because they said the same thing about 5 and 6, and also people just never satisfied. I just like to play. I don't even care.
And before we head out, we have some. We'll run down some of the most anticipated VR titles of this year, along with Alien, our Aces of Thunder, which is like an Ace Combat game. And it's more old school planes rather than newer fighter jets, things like that. It seems, from what I've seen, it's more old school machinery. Yeah, kind of like that. Of course, Batman Arkham Shadow, which is only going to release on the Quest 3. Aces of Thunder, I forgot to mention, is releasing on the PSVR 2 and PC VR. Hitman 3 VR Reloaded will be releasing on the PSVR 2 and Quest 3, I believe PC VR as well, which is just Hitman 3 but VR.
You know, it would be a good game to remake and do VR.
What
was it called? Manhunt.
Oh,
yeah.
The one from, wasn't that Rockstar too?
It was also Rockstar.
Yeah, they got banned from a bunch of countries because of all the gory kills that you can do. They're not even that gory. I mean, it kind of doesn't bog up to today's standards of gory, I guess.
Bro, Mortal Kombat will definitely.
I remember they used to have all kinds of articles that, oh, your kid's going to become a killer because he plays Manhunt and kills people.
Yeah.
Or even just like the whole GTA thing. Remember when that was a big thing?
I remember that one time they were going to put something about San Andreas on the news. And then I waited and watched the news as a kid to see what they're going to say. And they canceled the segment. And I was like, good, because there's a waste of time talking about your kid going to become a serial killer because of the game. That has nothing to do with nothing. I was like, dude, I worked green for a little bit, but that's about it.
Grove Street for life.
Yep.
My 9-year-old plays Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
As he should.
Oh, man. And it's not CJ. That would have been cooler if it was CJ playing as CJ from San Andreas.
But, yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
But moving forward, we digress. So,
okay, Taz.
Metro Awakening is also set to release on the Quest, PSVR 2, and PC VR. There's also a heavy metal rhythm shooter that's coming out.
I did see that. That looks fire.
Yes, it's called Metal Hellslinger. It comes out September 26th on the Quest 2, Quest Pro, Quest 3, PSVR 2, and PC VR. The PC VR and PSVR 2 ones will come out a few days later on October 3rd, though.
That game looks cool. I have seen that.
But I'll definitely have to look that one up and check it out. I do have that drum one. You've played it before, I believe, on the PSVR 2.
Yeah.
I love rhythm games, and a heavy metal rhythm game is right up my alley. So I'm excited to see what they do with that one, and I want to go ahead and get that title. I want to get all of them, to be honest with you. Even Arkham Shadow. I mean, come on, the Batman Arkham VR, the first one was only on PlayStation, and then they ported it to
Batman
Quest
for
and all
real.
that crap. Yeah, that was a good time.
That was a good time. I was Batman for real.
We'll have to broadcast some VR titles one of these
saying
days.
that, but we ain't streamed nothing yet.
I
I'm
said
ready.
VR titles.
VR titles, regular games.
But we haven't streamed nothing because I was sick all week.
Well,
And then I didn't even sleep last night because I was getting ready for all this. And I was too busy setting up all this yesterday. So
how y'all like our new setup?
hopefully everybody has enjoyed the new setup and enjoyed the episode today. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We will, I did want to set up the other camera and gauge what you all think on between the two cameras, which one we should choose, but didn't really have time to set up the other camera. I'll have it done next week and we can compare cameras and y'all let us know what you think. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate all your love and support, and we hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Y'all stay safe out there.